You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today, I wanted to share a quick excerpt from my most recent interview on the Sales Success Stories podcast with Briana Stimmler from Microsoft. Give a listen.
I had never been to Fargo, North Dakota when I took the role at the university. I had networked my way through relationships that I had made in college to be able to get hired to that first role, and then was able to network into my current position at Microsoft. I think the piece that I reflect on and would do differently or would hope to learn faster within my career is really find a place to work that respects you and that values what you do and where your strengths are. I think that just this conversation, Scott, is a great example of that I've been given this opportunity to have a conversation with you from my leadership because they've seen the success that I've had. And that makes you feel so special, right? That isn't more money, that isn't something that is maybe tangible, but anybody that listens to this is now going to have, a connection to me, which is so cool.
Well, okay, so you brought up something that's interesting, and I wonder if it's this just kind of working at a place that cares about you that is the core of this, because I've had a few friends who have gone to work at Microsoft in sales, and they love it. And I haven't had a chance to interrogate them enough to figure out, wait, why? What is going on? Help me understand this. And so what is it? I mean, talk about the things that, you've had an opportunity to be in a couple of different sales roles. What is Microsoft doing so well?
Oh man, I am by no means a spokesperson when it comes to this. But I think for myself, the management that we have at Microsoft just is so, I almost want to say nurturing. When you as a salesperson are willing to have conversations or want to have conversations, say about your career development, management is so open to that, and they want to help you meet others and interact with individuals that do completely different jobs at Microsoft. Say it's in program management or engineering or finance. They make those connections for you. And I think that not only that, but different stretch projects that sellers have available to them where we're able to give input about, say, our CRM system. Say there's something that I find is taking me 2 minutes to input this information. Well, for every single person inputting this information across 140 customers and however many sellers in any given position, that adds up, right? We as sellers are told, give that feedback, work with engineering, screen share so that you can show them the changes that need to be made to make your job easier, to make your life easier. And that just makes you as an individual contributor so much more engaged throughout that process. So I think that those would be just off the cuff 2 things that I would say is the career development that's available, and then also the input that's taken from things that you do day in and day out.
For links to the full episode with Briana, as well as links to connect with her directly, just click over to DailySales.Tips/1048. Once you've done that, be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.